Hi, I'm Major Connie Morris of the Salvation Army, and this is the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download. This is the East Daily Download. This is the East Daily Download. That's right. This is the East Daily Download.
So let's get started.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this President's Day edition of the East Daily Download. Hope your day is off to a great start and your week because it's Monday. So today's President's Day. I'm a bit of a history buff nerd. I like presidential history, so I thought, why not embrace that today? We just had the inauguration of our 46th president. Did you know that there have been 49 vice presidents? It's true. Look it up. Also, what else could I? What else? Oh! Here's a question for you. Trivia. Has every president lived in the White House? 3, 2. The answer is no. Not every president has lived in the White House. Also an interesting trivia fact there. How about this one? The first president to actually be born in America. Huh? Anybody? Martin Van Buren. He's one of my favorites. Anyway, okay, we've got a whole bunch of trivia and all kind of interesting, cool, presidential factoids throughout the course of the show. Tell you what we also have. We have this story. Let's check it out.
Today I'm at the Pine Knoll Shores Aquarium. Beside me is the largest man-made saltwater habitat in the state. It's also the location for today's Coastal Report. Starting off with our crime tracker, a man suspected of shooting at a Carteret County Sheriff's deputy is facing an attempted first-degree murder charge. 72-year-old Hal Humphrey Jr. of Beaufort appeared in Carteret County District Court Wednesday. He is accused of trying to kill a Carteret County deputy. The deputy responded to a mental health crisis on January 15th. Humphrey was taken into custody after a standoff that lasted more than 2 hours.
It's been some time since any of our deputies were fired on here in our county. It's been some time, and we hope that it will be a long time before anything like this ever happens again.
The town of Atlantic Beach is reviewing a proposal from GFL Environmental after many people complained about the older carts they have for their trash. GFL is offering to provide new 95-gallon carts for trash and recycling to each homeowner receiving service through the company's agreement with the town. GFL managers believe standardizing carts won't just improve the looks of dumpsters used in solid waste and recycling programs. They say the new carts are more wind resistant and will also cut down on litter. Over in North Topsail Beach, work is underway to restore dunes damaged by Hurricane Florence. Town officials received permission to begin the work in 3 phases. Officials say this restoration will pick up where the Hurricane Matthew project left off along Island Drive. It will continue north until the environmental window closes in the spring, when turtle nesting season begins.
Dunes have really taken a beating, and in some places, deteriorated to where even a high tide can flood property or the road.
Any area not completed will be restored beginning in November of this year. That's all for this week's Coastal Report. I'll see you at a new location next time. I'm Kayla Schmidt.
When we were dreaming about having a family, it didn't look like this, did it? Lost jobs, teens with severe anxiety, parents gone too soon.
Why'd you move the family here? Still looking for the simple life? 'Cause those days are gone, Clark. Long gone.
You got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Really wish I could get drunk sometimes. You're saying you're Superman?
Well, we've seen Superman before. We've seen him.
Am I a bad father?
We're gonna be all right. No one ever dreams about the problems, but every life has them. Even the extraordinary ones.
Superman and Lois, 2-hour premiere event, Tuesday, February 23rd, only on the CW.
Hey, we are back here on the East Daily Download special President's Day edition where we're rolling out the red carpet for presidential trivia today. So I've got one of my favorite presidential trivia questions for you. Do you know what the interesting significance of Grover Cleveland is? Think about that for a second. I'll give you a moment. Look it up. Go to the thesaurus or the internet or the Google machine. Okay. He is the only president in American history to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. He was the 22nd president and the 24th president of the United States. That's kind of cool, isn't it? In between, there was, well, the 23rd president, I guess. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of other cool trivia about presidents that you can look up, and they're online or they're in books, and we're going to give you some more throughout the course of the show today as well. But it's just really fascinating, the history of the presidents and the presidency. So tell you what, let's check out this next story. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about President's Day.
You know a cowboy when you see one. The boots with the spurs, the hat, and of course the dead giveaway. But growing up, Marcel Collymore says he didn't see cowboys that looked like him.
It's not readily available. Like, you just don't hear, the black cowboy stories. So I've been trying to just touch and get an idea of where we came from.
Collymore found his passion in horses, now competing in ranch sorting. Ariana Johnson has been riding since high school. She started the podcast Young Black Equestrian, giving listeners a glimpse into history.
Black people and Hispanics weren't able to compete in the rodeos until after the audience would leave.
She shares stories of famous black cowboys who never got their proper recognition.
That's when you start hearing stories about Bill Pickett and Tom Bass and all these historical figures out there who were able to shine in the shadows, honestly.
I wish there was more representation, so I try to do my best so, I can represent the black cowboy well.
Whether it's Collymore representing from his stallion, Mona Lisa, or Johnson reaching out to the youth through Encore, her miniature therapy horse, both are hoping to use their platforms to inspire a new generation of riders.
Like, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be this top tier person to have horses or to ride.
There are black and brown cowboys out here. They're succeeding, they're thriving, and that's something that's available to the next generation as well.
The following is a ridiculous promotional announcement from Eastern North Carolina CW. Get ready for big laughs because we've assembled the funniest sitcoms of all time for you, Bob's Burgers.
It's Belcher against Belcher.
Whenever I'm hungry for laughs, I just put some Bob's Burgers on and I'm like all better.
Now this priceless masterpiece is yours free.
Whenever I'm hungry, Bob's Burgers is all I need.
Act now and you'll also receive Family Guy absolutely free.
Let's do this! Yeah!
A Family Guy is a classic. I love when Peter fights a chicken. It's ridiculous.
Crazy. I don't quite get it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty funny.
If you act right now, this set of shows won't set you back a month's salary. You'll get them for free.
It's unlimited hours of laughter and fun made available to you.
The greatest sitcoms of all time on Eastern North Carolina CW. This offer is not available in stores.
So why'd you abandon Beverly?
I ain't abandoned nobody. It was just time to come home. My family, my community, they needed me.
One last celebration before we become rivals again.
Just be prepared. There's gonna be some deep resentment there. It's gonna blow up in everyone's faces.
Good luck scraping your team together.
These youngins are about to change the game.
Everybody's depending on me. The only reason you back here is to fix what you broke. So fix it.
Hey, we are back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day is off to a great start so far. What's for lunch today? Just wanted to ask that. So we're talking about President's Day throughout the course of the show, interesting presidential facts. I'm going to bring up two presidential names right now and give you a little bit of background. James Buchanan, not really widely known today's day and age by most people. He actually refused to run for a second term. He was tired of being president and didn't want to do it again, so that's interesting. Also, there is a former president who became the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Do you know who that is? William Howard Taft. Another interesting fact. Okay, we'll have a lot more trivia and interesting facts. Oh, I just want to bring up one more. Chester A. Arthur, this is interesting, was nicknamed the Elegant Arthur because of his fashion sense. Elegant Arthur, Chester A. Arthur. I mean, who knew he'd be getting all this run on the East Daily Download, but Chester A. Arthur, Elegant Arthur. There's also a couple of presidents that have North Carolina ties. We'll talk about that when we come back here on the East Daily Download. Check the story out.
Amazon has released the new trailer for the upcoming Eddie Murphy comedy Coming to America 2.
Go child support for 30 years and you came back.
In this sequel, King Akeem returns to Queens to find, then to bring his long-lost son and heir to the throne back to the royal country of Zamunda. Coming to America 2 streams March 5th on Amazon. Pope Francis is praying for out-of-work musicians and urged them not to lose heart because of the pandemic. He delivered his video message to an international music conference Thursday. Queen Latifah stars as a former CIA operative who becomes an anonymous guardian angel and defender of the downtrodden in the new CBS drama, The Equalizer, reprising a role previously held by men.
I think people need to understand the power of the Black woman, and to see that weekly brings it home. It just makes it more real.
What, are you having a potato salad party?
Amy Schumer is just one of the celebrities you'll see appearing in a Super Bowl commercial.
You even had him in the shower.
It wasn't me. Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, and Shaggy team up for a Cheetos commercial, while Seinfeld actor Jason Alexander is featured in a commercial for Tide. Other ads will feature Will Ferrell, Awkwafina, and Michael B. Jordan. 30-second ads cost $5.5 million. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Twinkle, twinkle, little bat. I wonder where you're at.
The city needs a hero. It needs a Batwoman.
I don't want to give up hope that Kate's alive.
Give me a chance.
Kate is Batwoman.
Time to be powerful. I met the new girl. She's gonna be a handful.
Batwoman does not kill.
Boo! Alice is planning something big.
Don't kill me, but I made some alterations.
To what, the suit? New look.
New Batwoman.
Batwoman. New episode this Sunday at 8/7 Central, only on the CW.
Education leaders are calling these social studies changes anti-American, but some board members argue that these changes actually create a more comprehensive and inclusive learning environment. The proposals were made based off of public surveys and feedback from teachers. In one example, the original objective of the coursework asked students to summarize the government's development over time. The proposed change asked students to include race, women, tribes, gender identity, and religious groups when summarizing the government's development. One education expert says these changes aren't telling kids what their opinion should be, but rather helps them develop arguments for or against their views.
That's really important because the idea is that
Inquiry will be infused across all of the content that's taught. So what's inquiry? Basically, it's engaging students in posing questions, sorting through historical or social science data to develop their own arguments or narratives.
The board will vote whether or not to accept these changes on Thursday morning. I have more about these changes and why Dr. Manfra is calling this a false controversy. You can see that at WNCT.com in the Online Originals tab. In Greenville, Victoria Holmes, 9 on your side.
The right place. Let's make this our power to get you feeling just right. 5 days a week. $35,000. Go ahead and lose control. It's all right. $200,000. Unbelievable. The Price is Right. Weekdays on CBS.
Now downloading Mama Mondays.
Gala.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download, special President's Day edition. I thought we'd wrap it up with some North Carolina-based presidential stuff. 3 presidents have been born in North Carolina: Andrew Jackson, Andrew Johnson, and James Polk, who's one of my favorites. Sounds weird to say. Actually, his Polk home is in Charlotte, and near the Ballantyne area, if you're familiar with it. Actually, interestingly, my mother-in-law used to live about 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the street from the James Polk home, and they have all kinds of interesting history and trivial information about him. His vice president was the great George M. Dallas. I don't know if you knew that. And also, if you go to DC, the Smithsonian has the portrait gallery where you can see all the portraits of the presidents. So that's also an interesting thing. In Raleigh, at the State House for North Carolina, there is a statue out front that has Polk, Jackson, and Johnson all represented there. So that's kind of interesting as well. And you know, also with James Polk, so this is interesting, he actually fulfilled all of his campaign promises. Not a lot of presidents can say that. One of them was during the administration, he acquired California from Mexico. He settled the Oregon dispute, lowered tariffs, established a sub-treasury, and retired from office after one term. He retired after one term. He's like, all good, got it. So anyway, James Polk, George M. Dallas, look that up. Interesting stuff, North Carolina connections. And he also went to the convention, not even really near the top of the ballot to be the candidate for the presidency. He was actually near the bottom, but throughout the convention, he worked his way up, and he was the one that they could all agree on. That's a really interesting trivia fact. So anyway, thank you for joining us today. I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you again on the next edition tomorrow here on the East Daily Download. Have a great President's Day, everybody. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Tuesday on the East Daily Download, Down Eats is coming your way. We'll check in with Eye on Entertainment, and we'll have an East Daily Download original story. That's Tuesday here on the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.